Namaskar from Buddha Stupa, Nepal, Kathmandu area. In this full moon coming tomorrow, I like to bring forward the importance to have a good idea which path you are on. Not in a sense like, oh, I belong to this or that, but more the view. What is the view that you are carrying? Is the path that you choose is a non-dual path that is depleted of any dogma or form of beliefs, superstitions, religious idea. So this non-dual path is more like in total transparency with your being. And there's no place to hide, and you leave the space for your true nature to be. So your commitment is this one. It's like, oh, okay, I commit to whatever is manifesting in my life. I allowed this true nature to be, and I surrender to that. Or it could be a path of transformation, you know. But when I recognize that, for example, I am in suffering, I am not able to self-liberate this suffering, then I use methods that help me to transform my energy, to transform my state of being. So this is more like a common Tantric way, a Tantric way of transformation. Or there is a path of renunciation. Or I see that I don't have capacity for all these things, so I take away from my life what is dangerous for me. So I renounce. You know, you have a different type of addiction. Today people have much addiction with phones, for example. They don't realize it. So if I see the phone is like bringing too much, not the phone itself, but what I watch on the phone, for example, you know, like people are very addicted to TikTok, for example, you know. So I see, oh, this TikTok is really affecting my brain, it's really affecting my moods, and I'm losing myself into it. Then I renounce to TikTok. I put aside. This is renunciation. So I make a commitment with myself. Okay, for so many days I will not touch it. So I am taking away the seed of suffering, which is a TikTok. TikTok generates suffering, for example. Then I put it aside. Or any other type of applications or platform or situation in life, you know. And then I experiment what it is to not touch it for so many days. How do I feel? What is changing in me? So this is renunciation path. So it's important that you know where you stand. In a relation where you stand, then you have to commit and apply the view that you are committing to, that you have chosen, you know. Also sometimes we can have a mix of these three, you know, because there is situations that maybe we are not ready to fully be in a non-dual path, like a path like Dzogchen, for example, you know. So we have emotions coming up and all this, and we are not able to self-liberate, we are not able to integrate the situation in life. Then we use tools of transformation, you know. For my knowledge, the best tools of transformations are connected to the Vajrayana practice and Tao practice. Both of them have different ways to deal with transformation, but both bring to transform something that is negative into something more positive, or something that doesn't, that weighs you, that drains you, in something that generates more energy. And then the renunciation is like very useful when you have any type of addictions. So you make promises with your own self. Okay, I promise now I put this aside, and I give space to my being so I can see what's going on. Okay, that's all for today. Blessing to all.